What's up, APUSH students? Today I'm going to talk to you about what is expected of you for week 2 of this distance learning scenario. Now, last week you guys turned in your first DBQ that was graded. Excellent job on those. I'm very impressed with what you guys are pushing out. You also did a timeline review. There was a little bit of confusion on that. I'll hope to clarify that in this video here. Today, Sunday, you have your DBQ practice due. I look forward to reading those. You have 2 different timelines due, Unit 4 and Unit 5, and then you have another DBQ due on Friday. Now, for the rest of the time, well, I guess only 2 more weeks, we will have DBQs on Friday, and that's because the big test is also on Friday. So I want to get you guys in the mindset of Friday as your DBQ history day, and that's when you do your history stuff, okay? So that is my goal there for doing these on Fridays. Alright, so first thing due on Tuesday is your Unit 4 timeline. Now, some of the timelines that were turned in were for the wrong unit. You had Unit 3 due last week, and some of you guys turned in a Unit 2 timeline. So just to clarify, Tuesday is Unit 4, which is 1800 to 1848. Here's an example from last week's. I thought it was really good. It's super clean, easy to read. The dates are really clear. There's 2 excellent drawings on this thing. So I just want to show you what a pretty good example looks like in my book. I like this one a lot. On Friday, you have Unit 5 timeline due, okay? So again, 1844 to 1877. So by Friday, you should have 3, 4, and 5 all done for your timelines, okay? So we're kind of cooking through these timelines really quickly. Another thing you have due on Friday is your second DBQ practice. A few things to note. If you guys are following this outline, you're probably getting better scores than other students, okay? Some people are kind of mixing stuff up here, which is fine. You can do your own style, but I'd recommend this is the simplest way to ensure you get full credit. Something that helps me out a lot is when you put thesis at the end of your thesis paragraph and when you put context at the end of your context paragraph. Both of those things are very helpful. Another thing to note is do not quote, okay? I will not give you points for evidence if you don't, or if you do quote it rather, okay? So if you quote, you do not get points. So please be paraphrasing. Most of you guys are doing that, but make sure you're paraphrasing, okay? Some DBQ tips. The point of the DBQ is to show that you know your stuff, okay? And that's really this one point down here. If you can show me that you have a complex understanding of this period, you'll have a much higher score than if you are kind of BSing your way through this essay. So please make sure you guys know your stuff, you're doing the reviews, and you are studying, okay? That is very important. Second thing, when you introduce or when you paraphrase a source, some people are using this kind of sentence starter where they say the point of view or purpose or situation of this document shows that blah blah blah, okay? Now the reason this is a good sentence starter is because if you look at these 2 points here, that is what you are supposed to look at with your evidence, okay? You're supposed to use the point of view, purpose, historical situation, or audience, okay? So use one of those and use this sentence starter, okay? And then at the end, some people at the end of the body paragraphs, they're using this sentence starter here. They say this evidence proves the thesis because blah, 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 okay? Now again, this is going to help you get these kind of analysis points down here because you're saying I am analyzing and using the documents to prove a point, okay? So this sentence starter can help at the end of each body paragraph. And I know these seem kind of juvenile, and you guys are an AP, like why am I doing these stupid sentence starters? But remember, you're not graded on your writing skill in these essays. You are graded on these points here. So make sure that you are using these to clearly show the reader what you know. And then finally, look at the comments. I'm leaving a lot of comments for you guys, and so I want you to read those so you can improve your scores as we move forward. Another thing too, we have a new attendance, so this is super easy. Under all topics, there's a little tab that says attendance. I want you guys to once a week, preferably on Fridays, click that sucker. You will, this form will pop up, you click, you open the form, and then it just asks you 3 questions. So you choose your period, which is period 7 obviously, type your name, and then you just check any ways you've been participating in class. So we don't have Cyber High in this class, but did you have a Zoom meeting? Did you log on to Google Classroom? Did you email me? Did you text or Snapchat? Whatever, okay? You just mark all the ways you are participating in history, okay? So that's our new attendance system. And a few things to close off with, okay? Number 1 is stay in touch with me and with the class, okay? Don't be afraid to email me. I appreciate when I hear from you guys. I miss you guys, so please email me about anything, any concerns you have. And we will have another Zoom meeting. History classes are on Tuesdays, so I'm going to do Tuesday from 12:30 to 12:45. Again, I'll have nothing planned for this meeting. It's just kind of a check-in. If you want to ask me any questions, you can just pop in for like 2 minutes and say, hey, Poff, I have a question on this, and then log off. That's fine. But that's what it's there for, okay? It's for you to just check in, talk to your buds, whatever, okay? Number 2, you guys should be keeping up with the readings in your, well, for you guys, it's timelines and DBQs, so make sure you're staying on task with those. I have been putting scores into the gradebook. Some of your scores are dropping kind of rapidly, so make sure you're checking Aries. Make sure you know what your grade is, okay? And then third, do work with your friends, okay? I highly recommend when you're doing these timelines, especially, don't do it on the DBQs, but on the timelines, have a Zoom meeting, set it up with your buds in APUSH, and kind of talk about what you're going to put on that thing, how you're designing it. You guys know that I like group work, and it just kind of helps you know the content better if you're talking about it with your buds. So, highly recommend doing that. Okay, so you have 2 timelines this week and another DBQ. I look forward to reading and grading those, and I'll see you guys in the next video.